Hi everyone, I'm Any New Province and I just finished up a league with Bogles. It's pretty good to be on this side of boggling up a creature. You can put a bunch of enchantments on your slippery boggle in whatever match you want by clicking on the timestamp in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the league. So match 1 game 1 with a decent hand on the draw. And I'm definitely going to keep. I don't think I lead on tap land. I guess I can go like tap land, forest, glade cover scout, like tap land, and then next turn play the forest, use this to put a Utopia Sprawl on this to add green white to Hyena Umbra up glade cover scout, and then eventually rancor for when it starts attacking. Just lead on sprawl. That seems good to me too. You don't think I should commit a creature turn 1? Oh, thanks, Guy Geyerson. I am going to keep anyway, so we'll see what my opponent plays. Lead on sprawl as opposed to scout. I guess I might not find an opportunity to play this later. All right, opponent on Evolving Wilds, wisely. No info for me. Yeah, this is a good hand. I'm kind of down with that too. Okay, now sprawl on white makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and then next turn we can go Glade Cover Scout with Hyena Umbra, or even just like Glade Cover Scout with Ethereal Armor, I guess, depending on what our opponent might leave up. So, because next turn we'll have to play tap land, we won't be able to, yeah, I totally see, I understand the Utopia Sprawl line now. So Utopia Sprawl on white. And pass. Our opponent probably knows precisely what is up. So we're going to go Boggle, and I'm having a hard time between Ethereal Armor, Hyena Umbra next turn, but it's going to depend on what my opponent's up to. Blue mana here would be sketchy. That doesn't matter. So double red. Is this RD dubs? RD dubs. Here they come. Proteus gonna need the inside info here. Opponent's off to a pretty quick start. Oh, it's Cascade. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure I beat Boggles with Cascade, but ooh, so if I'm committing Ancestral Mask next turn, I think we want to go. So I am definitely going to want to play around. I think I'm going to play Hyena Umbra here because it plays around Mutagenic Growth better. Even though it does make Ancestral Mask next turn worse, it does allow us to block a little bit more profitably here. And yeah, are they playing your list with Mutagenic Growth? So we'll see if our opponent wants to trade a Mutagenic Growth with our Hyena Umbra this turn. But I wouldn't mind blocking something that deals a bunch of damage. No attacks from our opponent. That's good news for us. All right, well, we have 3 mana and an Ancestral Mask. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toughness on our opponent's side. So this will give it +2/+2, so it'll get it up to a 4/4, so we can't attack yet. Thank you for the bit, PJMC Snooty. So the question now, I guess, is whether I want to just play a bunch of other auras with my 3 mana and then play Ancestral Mask next turn. I guess some evasion wouldn't be bad. Like, I could just play out Ledgewalker here and then boggle that up and just have a really good blocker. It's each other aura on the... Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. So the question is whether I want to start attacking this turn or not. Because I can put this up to a 6/6, at which point it will kill all of these creatures. And then, yeah, and then I guess next turn I could worry about playing Ledgewalker with these other auras, because like a 6/6 just attacks into their board fine. And on the crackback I'm taking 1, 2, 5, 6, but they can't keep just letting me hit them. So I am going to Ancestral Mask up the Glade Cover Scout. I think that's a pretty decent play. Although evasion could have been the way to go here. We'll see how explosive my opponent's next turn is. Go to combat and attack with a 6/6 first strike. We're the aggro now, opponent. On the draw, still going to try to aggro you out. So if they do swing out next turn, we can pump this up. Like so it'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's going to be massive. So if they attack with everything this turn, do we just win? Oh my god. Okay. We're at 13, so we want green for Rancor. So Rancor this up. This is going to be huge, man. Ethereal Armor. And I think Cartouche... Oh, they're already way dead. So I guess I'll just put Rancor on it so we don't show them anything else. How could they not be dead here? There's no way they're not dead and we die here, right? No. It's like impossible. So we'll make a huge Glade Cover Scout and we'll attack for lethal. Nice and clean. No, I kind of really like what I do with the new cards, right? Like it's one thing to play Unknown Brews and everything, but I feel like there's a lot of Pauper players playing that. Like the advantage Seth has is that he can play in a bunch of different formats. I'm playing in one format, so to try to keep it fresh over like anything else, and especially because like I have less of a chance of being successful even with older cards. Like if I just choose an older card that I like every week, you know what I mean? Like the Johnny thing isn't as possible. So the reason what Seth does is so good is because you can like make this crazy stack that looks amazing and all this insane stuff is happening, but at the same time, like you can't do that in Pauper really. So that's why I focus on new cards, because I'm distinctly doing something different from what Against the Odds is doing, right? Against the Odds is trying to like, you know, do something crazy and wild that people aren't expecting. Whereas this series is more about just like testing out the playability of new cards, or possibly Pauper playable is. So I'm pigeonholing myself a little bit, but I always have like an avenue for new cards, right? Bogles! But I do appreciate the input for sure. I think I think it's valuable, and I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. So I think Lifelink might even be better than Cartouche here, even though the first strike enchantments give us a better opportunity to I mean, maybe we don't need the Cartouches. Maybe Lifelink is just fine. Like we have 3 ways to get Lifelink. We'll have 6 ways to get Lifelink, and if we get a creature with Lifelink, then we should just win. So I might do that. I might take out the Cartouches, just like be completely interactive and race them, because I don't really know how they're going to kill us. Removing a creature kind of matters, but they've just got a bunch of 2/2s. Like they're just going to play a ton of creatures. Removing one creature over another kind of inconsistently doesn't really matter to me. And I don't think they'll have a way... What's up, Joel? How you doing? And I don't think they'll have a way to interact with us, so I think Aura Gnarlid's like a little less important, but I kind of don't want to cut too many creatures. I think Hyena Umbra is probably less relevant, even though it does protect us against potential pump spells from them. Maybe we can just be a little bit more controlling. Joel, man, fire me over a list. You know where I am. We're friends on here now. Hit me up. So I think... Oh, man, this is tough. So I think it's going to be a Hyena Umbra or Cartouche here. But I can't really... I kind of like both of those a lot. Or maybe even like Aura Gnarlid. I don't know. It's tough. It's really tough. We only need one creature. So I'm going to cut an Aura Gnarlid, and then if I draw a bunch of hands without creatures, then my bad. I'm not 100% sure about... You're worried about time. Got lots of time. You know, this is going to be one of those hands, right? So this all depends on whether we find the mana on time to either stick these Ancestral Masks or an Armadillo Cloak, but I think it's too good to not keep it. I might lead on a tap land. Opponent leading on Evolving Wilds. There's Lifelink. So we have all of our... We have all of our sideboard cards. I don't know why I wouldn't lead on Boggle here. What can I do next turn? If I draw white mana, I'm going to want Boggle on board. So I'm going to try this. Maybe they've got the Electricity. That would be brutal. Yeah, it's definitely a possibility, and I think that's going to happen towards the end of this season kind of anyway, you know what I mean? Opponent not sacking Evolving Wilds is interesting. because like M19 only has so many cards that I want to try out. So I probably will end up playing some older cards, but I really do like the theme of the series that I'm playing right now. For sure. For what it's worth, I do really enjoy it. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Going after that 5-0. Cascade emote. So next turn we get to start playing Ancestral Masks, which is something, although we're a little choke on mana. Always assume your opponent has the hate card. That's probably a really good idea. My opponent, like, incidentally has Electrickery here. And they're pretty far ahead if they do. Just Rip Clan Crasher. Alright, well, we're going to get this out of the way of the Electrickery here, so I'm not super worried about it. Rip Clan Crasher gets in for 2, and we're going to commit an Ancestral Mask. If we ever find white mana, we should be able to confidently race them. There's an Aura Gnarlid. That's interesting, but I don't think it's time for Aura Gnarlid. They have no way of interacting with Slippery Boggle. They might someday stand a chance at removing this. Oh, right, it doesn't pump this. So maybe it was time to commit Aura Gnarlid, but I guess we'll find out. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have Electrickery. I feel like they would have cast it, but we're going to find out. Here comes the Crasher. White mana would be rad. I think it might be time to trade. I don't know when this plant... I guess if like this dies and this doesn't somehow, then that might be relevant, but... yeah. Are they all mismatched? Ooh. Ooh. They're hard to come by sometimes, but I do appreciate the suggestion. Death by Manga, I do. I do. It's a definite consideration. Okay, we draw more white cards that we can't cast. Our opponent isn't doing anything right now. I don't know that there's a whole lot of playing around Electrickery besides playing Aura Gnarlid and then like Ancestral Masking up this next turn. We're not under a ton of pressure, so I think that actually might be the play. And that'll make both of these creatures a lot bigger. So I'm going to go to combat and attack. So here we go, losing an Ancestral Mask. Yeah, White Source would be absolutely incredible. For all the loose play. Oh, they're going to Violent Outburst. Okay, so they might give me an opportunity to... Oh yeah, no, they're just going to block. Okay, sure. Well, there we go. Cascade aggro. Cascade killing our Bogle. Another Ancestral Mask would have gotten us away from that. Huh. But I felt like it was worth it to play around Electrickery. I still feel like it was worth it. We'll play Aura Gnarlid this turn, and then if we ever find white mana, we're in pretty okay shape. Alright, so our opponent 2-for-1'd us. Never a good thing. We'll play Aura Gnarlid here. And pass turn. Yeah, I feel like Armadillo Cloak is pretty big game. Or even just like First Strike on an Aura Gnarlid isn't bad. Although they could have a removal spell for Aura Gnarlid here. That would be tough. Burning Tree, yep. Add some mana. Not out of the woods yet, gang. Elephant Guide? Ooh, that's pretty good. It does pump up our Aura Gnarlid, though, notably. I am going to block 5 here with the plant token. I think it's worth it, and we might get Aura Gnarlid up big enough to eventually kill them. All right, so I'm just going to Ancestral Mask this up now, and that way they shouldn't be able to get a profitable attack in with any sized creature. I guess they could have more removal. They could have like Lightning Bolt or something, but I feel like they would have cast Lightning Bolt last turn if they could. So we got to go on the defensive for a second here, which kind of sucks. What's this now? BTE. Okay. Got it. Mud Brawler Cohort. Got it. All right, so I'm really glad they're tapping out here. That's going to give us... let us feel a lot safer about blocking this Rip Clan Crasher. I guess if the last card in their hand is just straight up... it's just straight up Mutagenic Growth, then we're in trouble, but... oh, they trade. Sure. That was weird. Oh, because after the auras go away. Oh my god. Alright, guys. You can punt me on that one. But we didn't draw. We would have died anyway, but... I didn't realize that they were going to trade. Okay, cool. Mega dead. All right, well, if we would have found white mana a little bit earlier, that definitely would have gone better. After that game, what feels like it could be better? Not many things. It's always nice to punt when you're already dead on board. I guess Cartouche is probably better than I'm giving it credit for. That was awkward, for sure. But I was dead regardless. The misplay there was probably playing Mask on Boggle instead of Aura Gnarlid, because then I could have cast Mask on Gnarlid the next turn. But I guess it probably would have gone kind of similarly. We were just going a little bit too slow. Couldn't find our white mana. I'm happier to have lifelinks than Cartouches though, so let's just try to find our white mana and some life gain. And win! Cascade aggro, man. I mean, it's pretty sketchy, but our mana's alright. Get a couple ethereal armors on this bad boy, and we should be off to the races. Maybe we'll draw some lands, but I think I have to keep it. We've got auras, we've got both of our mana sources, or both of our colors, plus some ramp to get us there, so I'm going to Blossoming Sands. And pass the turn. I think if we don't draw a land next turn, I think I'm just going to Utopia Sprawl this. So they're going to have lots of time to get back from being on the draw. Just more Utopia Sprawls. Oh, it's not a forest. Oh, good. Okay. Right. All right, so pass the turn. I guess that does make these a lot worse. We do have these ethereal armors, which I feel like are pretty good. Let's see if they have Electrickery. Oh, Blazing Volley. Fabulous. Okay. Same idea. All right, well, that's good. So we will Utopia Sprawl up this forest. We don't have enough white mana to do a bunch of white stuff in a single turn here, so I am going to put this on white. And then I think I'm going to put this on green, or on white as well. 1, 2, so 2, we'll have 3 white mana, so this should be on green. Yeah. And I missed a Utopia Sprawl there, but we'll see how that affects anything. And pass the turn. We have a super forest. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have a bunch of land destruction. Watch this. Molten Rain. Ripperonis. Curd Ape, okay. All right, so now we have to hope this Aura Gnarlid doesn't die. I guess we can get 4 mana. So if we put a Utopia Sprawl on this, then it's the same amount of mana in a turn. So I think I will do that. Yes, I recognize that I could have had this 3rd Utopia Sprawl down, but I don't think it's going to matter a whole lot. So we'll put another Utopia Sprawl on this. So we have 1, 2. I guess we might as well go on green. We have 2 white sources already. Then again, we have a ton of white spells. We have Totem Armor. There's Totem Armor in this deck. It's probably not super worth thinking about. I guess this will let us play about as much as we have to play, so I'll put this on white. I'll tap this, play an Aura Gnarlid, leave white floating for an Ethereal Armor, which is going to make it absolutely enormous. Like downshifted, like what is it called? Barkskin? Or is that what it's called? It's like how many forests you control or whatever. Or is it actually just called Totem Armor? All right, we have a 10/10 unblockable, which is pretty sweet. I don't really know how our opponent gets away from that. We won. This is like, oh, this is so sketchy. So sketchy. But at the same time, we've got a draw and we've got a redraw. Or sorry, we've got a draw and we've got a redraw, and a couple of Armadillo Cloaks won't go astray. Yeah, I don't think this is that bad. Holy crap, thank you very much for the sub, Vaprudnir. Vaprudnir. The dragons heard us this time. Vaprudnir. Is that how you do it? If it was, Well, that's a dead draw. So if this was Skyrim, is that how that would have sounded? But thank you very much for the sub. I seriously, seriously appreciate the support, guys. It means a lot that you guys are cool with hanging out with me, throwing some support my way a couple days a week. Love Pauper. Will do, man. Will do. Good work. Here we come. All right. So there's a land. Okay, so go... I think we're going to go Forest, Utopia Sprawl on Forest on green, and then Boggle Abundant Growth, but I guess that allows it to be dead to Electrickery. I'm afraid to commit an Ethereal Armor here, I guess. So we're definitely doing it like this. And we're going to go on green, almost definitely. So yeah, so I think I'm going to go Boggle and Abundant Growth here. Next turn we can play Ranker Ethereal Armor. All right, let's hope they don't have an Edict. And if they are on removal magic, I think it's even better to Abundant Growth there than cast an Aura anyway. So we got lots of mana. Less white mana than I'd like to have. But I kind of wanted to do this whole shenanigans. Let's see. Got an Edict. Tormenting Voice. Yeah, this is Reanimator, all right. All right, either a white source or... Oh, I guess I can tap this for white. No, we're good. So I can get 2 white sources. So we can go Armadillo Cloak, Ethereal Armor. It's pretty rad. Bloodfell Caves. Okay. More land is not what I'm looking for. So let's play a land. And how much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah. So we'll just be mana efficient. We'll add white here. Tap this. Armadillo Cloak up our boy. And I think Ethereal Armor represents just as much damage this turn, but I'm okay giving it First Strike as well. Go to combat, swing for 7. And swing for a heck load next turn. See if our opponent can beat that. We have lots of life gain. We don't mind sacking these guys next turn if we have to, or to a Hasty Crusher next turn. And yeah, if they can't kill this, we got a pretty good chance. Faithful Suiting into Pitch Crusher, cast Exhume. Crusher has to attack too, so that's relevant. We'll certainly have to do a little bit of math there. I think it might be like Forest Abundant Growth. Just an Angler. Okay. That's not super scary. They want to waste an Exhume on an Angler. Oh, they had the Edict. Ripperonis. Okay. Nothing we can do about that. There goes the Boggle with all of our sweet enchantments. We can rebuild next turn if we find a Boggle. Okay. So I guess I kind of want to put this on... We won't find an untapped white source anyway. I want to put this on a different land. Is basically what I'm getting at. I guess I could have found a tap land, which might have mattered. Just Hyena Umbra. Uh-oh, gang. The one Boggle dream. We couldn't have really gone any faster than that, though. So I don't know. I guess that's just Boggles for you. See what our opponent's got. Exhume is, like, pretty good with Boggle in here. Maybe they'll wait on a Bog. Oh, okay, sure. Thank you for giving me my Boggle back, opponent. Will do. Don't really care about your Hasty Gurmy. That's weird. Edict, Exhume. I guess they kind of have to... They have to risk it. All right, here comes Gurm Daddy. What's up, Mechie Bus? How you been, man? Whoa. Our opponent's going to divest us. Well, that's not going to grab a Boggle. At all. They might just want to see our hand, I guess. See if they should attack. Seeing if we can do 15 damage next turn. We can, really. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with first strike. and lifelink. I don't think you do it. Oh, nice. Now we have Edict Protection as well. So we'll tap this for white and Hyena Umbra up the Slippery Boggle. And then we'll play Colony Garden just so I don't forget. And add white here. Armadillo Cloak. So this should seal it up pretty good. And Rancor. I mean, 2 Edict effects next turn. It's not inconceivable that could happen. But we're gonna gain a lot of life. This is okay the first time it dies. Oh my god, 24-hour work shifts. Do you at least get some sleep in the meantime? Hey man, come on in. We're trying to beat Reanimator with Bogles. That's what matters today. We're at 19, they're at 9. Opponent also on the mismatched lands plan. Kind of don't mind him with Bogles, you know? We're doing something simple. We might as well spice it up a little bit. Get some odd-looking lands in there. It's funny, I did change the lands before I came out, but I must have clicked off the deck before Moto saved or something. I don't really know. They're not dead next turn or anything. Maybe they're trying to find a way to kill Slippery Bogle. It has first strike, so even blocking isn't, like, ideal for them. This is going to be huge now, too. First strike trample. 13-11. Threatening 8 damage. And they scooped. Couple Bogles. Couple Ancestral Masks. Can't lose. Alright, opponent. The Boros matchup. Well, I think we do still lead on Boggle. And then I guess the question is to whether we play a tap land next turn or not, but we can worry about that next turn. It'd be great to find a whatchamacallit? Hi, Pet Thief's mom. So Boggles is one of the decks that I haven't played for my series yet. That's pretty much it, and it top 8'd the challenge this weekend. And I really like to highlight decks that do that play super well in events. So I think Armadillo Cloak is actually relevant in this matchup, and like I want to hit Ancestral Masks on time. So I actually think I'm going to run out Blossoming Sands here, as crazy as that sounds, instead of running out a Ledgewalker. But then again, Ledgewalker is evasive, so I would rather probably boggle up Ledgewalker than other creatures. They can also block. They 90% have Electrickery in hand right now. All right, well, I guess if we're playing around Electrickery, we should probably get old Slippery Boy out of the way of that about as quickly as possible. And we'll play a tap land, building up to an Armadillo Cloak. Our opponent tapping enough mana to not have to worry about Electrickery next turn. And yeah, let's get out of hand really quick here. So I think Boros Monarch probably actually has a fairly good matchup. Yeah. I think they probably have a fairly good matchup post-board, right? Because they have a lot of enchantment hate, which is a problem for us. So we gain some life, attacking down to 18. And they scoop. Boggles. All right. Oh, I do need to set up a Bits Cup. You're right. Yes, thank you very much for the bits, PJMC Snooty. And thank you for keeping me honest, Kirk. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I do need a cup. That would be sweet. I had a cup for a little while when I started out, and then it was like bugging out my my stream, so I got rid of it. But it could be time to get the tip cup back. Thank you, Kirk. And thank you very much, PJMC Snooty, for maintaining your superiority at the top of the bit donation chain. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Thank you very, very much. Yes, absolutely flaring pain time. Is this the Crewfix's Insight matchup? I don't know. Tough to say. Cartouche of Strength. Their individual creatures don't matter that much, so Cartouche can probably come out. Hyena Umbra. What are we going to attack into that's bigger than a Boggle? Like, I don't think Hyena Umbra is actually that important. And those are like your spicy one-ofs. I think Hyena Umbra is getting the cut. Orin Arled's probably fine, so I'm going to cut Hyena Umbra here. Other than that, like, I think they could win. I think the cards that matter from them are like Sen's Enlistment and stuff like that, where they can just go wide. And whatever we do doesn't really matter. I don't really see anything else that I want. Can you guys see anything else? Is this the Crewfix's Insight matchup? Ooh, yeah, they have standard bearers that you must kill. True that, though. True that, though. So is it Gutshot or Cartouche, then? What do you think? Probably Gutshot. It's just more efficient, right? Or both. Should we have both? Because there's probably some other cards that don't matter as much. Like, we could cut one Armadillo Cloak, probably. And they have like a million targeted removal spells, so we might even just be able to get rid of Oran Arlid. Your own standard bearer? Well, they have a lot of removal. Oh, Cartouche won't work. True. True, Cartouche won't work. Thank you. It can be your own, yeah. But they have removal for it, so it's like, that just makes us weaker to Journey. So I am okay bringing the Gutshots. I'm going to take out one Armadillo Cloak, and I'll take out one Oran Arlid, because they have, like, infinite targeted removal. Oh, it's only creature you control. I don't have time. I'm submitting. I think at that point I would be cutting creatures. Maybe if we get to another game with them. Yeah, I should have known that. Well, we have an answer to their first standard bearer, but we got 4 lands and no Bogles, so shipping that. This is better, not a lot better, but I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna bottom this. We don't have any white mana, and we don't have our third bit of mana for these guys. Let's see what we draw. Ancestral Mask, no third mana. We'll play Slippery Boggle. They're probably gonna have their old Electricity if they don't have standard bearer here. They might have standard bearer. They're probably gonna find it pretty quick though. All right, just drawing. Okay, we only need a couple of enchantments to resolve on this Slippery Boy to really matter here. We're not gonna get to cast any here, which is unfortunate. So let's hope they don't have Electricity or standard bearer next turn, which is kind of a big ask. Just doing nothing. Bouncing lands, okay. Sure. So here comes Thraben Inspector. All right, Utopia Sprawl is pretty good because we can go Forest, Utopia Sprawl up a Forest on white or red. Oh, God. Maybe we were supposed to go down white spells. That's probably exactly what was supposed to happen. What do you guys think? Is it white or red? We have a red spell in hand. We have a lot of white spells in our deck. We're going to signal to them very early that we have Flaring Pain in hand. What's up, Jitterbeans? Hey. Welcome. I hope you're not too jittery. We got a little bit of white. We got some white suggestions. We got lots of time. White. I'm having a hard time on this, guys. So the way this could go, we could resolve a couple of Ancestral Masks on this Boggle, and then they can just like buy enough time to kill us. You guys think white? I think it's close. I think it's really close, but I'm okay enough choosing white here and then hoping we might not draw any more mana fixing, right? All right. I think enough people have said white. I'm okay deferring to you guys on this one. And I think I actually might get Oran. No, Oran Arlid dies to all of their infinite targeted removal. So I think it's time to Ancestral Mask and then get in for some extra damage, and hopefully the next Ancestral Mask will be enough. So we'll attack with Slippery Bogle. Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, a way that we could lose is for them to just have infinite Prismatic Strands. They're going to commit a Palace Sentinels right away. All right. What's up, Necromon? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, part of me is kind of happy that we did that. So we'll do this and do this. I'm still not committing Oran Arlid. I think just having like a 14/14 abyssing them every turn is good enough. And they could find a standard bearer eventually. Oh, they let us become the Monarch. Fabulous. Sure. Oh, I think our opponent's kind of on tilt. They're going to attack with both. No problem. And Ethereal Armor off of the Monarch trigger. If we could just get some trample going, I'd be pretty happy. So I imagine they're going to have like Prismatic Strands in hand now, and then I'm going to be so mad that I didn't use red for this. It will allow us to cast the rest of the spells, and I'll put them to lethal though. So I guess it kind of mattered. We can also pump the token. It's true. Very, very true. But it can get removed instant speed. See if they tap down past 3 mana. No. So opponent deep signaling strands here. Ugh. Okay, more mana fixing. Come on. We're not in terrible shape. All right, there we go. So we will put Utopia Sprawl on... Easy. We'll put Utopia Sprawl on this forest on red. Got there, guys. On red, and then we'll try to Ethereal Armor this up. Because that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is lethal as well. So it's either they remove this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, hold on. Where's that red mana? Okay, there's red. So we'll Ethereal Armor up the warrior token. I do, so we'll see if our opponent has instant speed removal. They probably do. If they don't, we just win. Outright. Alright, so they're going to Galvanic Blast the warrior token. Sure. And that'll fizzle. So now we will use the rest of our mana to play Aura in our lid, because they'll have to have another removal spell for a huge creature. Like, they'll have to have exactly Journey, or we put them to dead next turn, and they can't prevent damage this turn, so they have to chump with Core Skyfisher. And I do have a deck list. Jerbeans. Ooh! Oh, they have a way to get rid of our red mana. Being punished for the red mana. Oh my goodness, okay. Wow. That was pretty savage. Okay, they might have found a way. Leave no trace. Pretty hateful. And they are now the Monarch. But Ornarlid's unblockable, so the Monarch isn't really a huge issue. I guess they can Prismatic Strands 100 times. Yeah, that was a huge beating. Do they have Journey? Inspector. Okay. Oh, I guess I can just bolt this. 1 red mana floating. More red mana present. Leave no trace. Destroy target enchantment and each other enchantment that shares a color with it. So we lost 4 cards. That was a 4-for-1 against the grindy draw a bunch of cards deck. But we have an evasive 3/3 that our opponent has to answer very quickly. I think they're deciding whether they want to Strands here on our turn or not. Ooh, well, it's not smelling like they got away. I guess I can Wrath the board. Except for their Palace Sentinels. Sure. They might have it here. Gotta give it to them. So they're just going to deal 2, and that kills this Boggle, so that's enough to kill this, and they probably have us here, honestly. We'll have to rebuild crazy quick, find another evasive creature. Wow, Leave No Trace was insane there. Yep. And we find a Rancor. Holy crap. They had the hate card. Yep. Fast deck gonna fast. Wonder if they have Electricity here as well. They're not going to worry about it. Yeah, oof is right. We're at 4 and most likely dead. Boros Monarch, man, it's a really good deck. This is probably up there with my favorite decks. I really like Jeskai Control that I played. I don't know why I like Jeskai Control so much, I just do. They had it. They had exactly the hate card. They introduced the Monarch early. They let us Howling Mine for a turn, and now we're dead. Hot diggity. They had it all that time. All right, gang. So Cartouche, not super relevant. I'm feeling like Gutshot kind of isn't either. The way that played out. How do we like play around their hate? We kind of don't, right? Put a Hyena Umbra on an Aura Gnarlid? Crewfix's Insight? Over a Gutshot? But they could have Standard Bearer. Standard Bearer is just way worse for us than anything else. I think we sideboarded correctly. I think we just got unlucky. So we'll take our second game loss of the night there. Yeah, that was a savage beating. We'd love to go first. Well, it's slow, but it's a hand, so I'll keep. We've got all the mana fixing we need. Dodge hate and go fast. Well, this is a way to do it, and we have a sideboard card. So Colony Garden, go. Ledgewalker next turn. Hopefully they don't just have Electrickery in hand. Opponent's on tap land. Yep. And we'll play a Ledgewalker. All right, opponent. I am on Hexproof, Terry. I am indeed. Opponent going to bounce their gain land. So a land for Armadillo Cloak here would be ideal. It's not a land for Armadillo Cloak. We don't have any way to pump toughness, so I think it's just going to be Rancor, hope to fade Electrickery for a turn, and attack for 5. Come on, no Electrickery. Please. Please, no Electrickery. Opponent. Don't do it. Okay, no Electrickery. All right. Faded it for a second. Going to continue the fast going. Armadillo Cloak. Tap land. Combat. And attack for 7. Leave No Trace is still a pretty huge beating here, though. If they found it. It doesn't take them long to turn the corner. So we could still be in a lot of trouble here. Krark Clan Shaman. They can't use it X3 here, though. Gonna have to find a way around that. Ooh, okay. So while they can only ping for 1, I think I am going to just Gutshot this right away. Because that is, well, I should draw first. So that's a conceivable way that they can just kill Ledgewalker. Which is scary. Found a land. What could they have here? Leave No Trace. Blow up Armadillo Cloak and then ping X1. But I don't think, like, we can't play around Leave No Trace anyway. So I think we're going to do it like this. Attack for 7. And do you have it? If they take 7 here, I'm Gutshotting this. Come on, opponent. Do you have it? Oh, for frig's sakes. Okay, you've got the hate card. Sure. Garbage. All right. Yep. They're going to allow us the 1 damage here. There's no reason to rancor this up. I wonder if they're going to let this survive, though. No, we'll play a land and pass the turn. Finding as many lands as we found there is not ideal either. That was brutal. I can't believe our opponent's sideboard right now. Oh my god. Coming through for them. Krark Clan Shaman will go to attacks. Okay, so we're going to Gutshot it now. Paying life. So if they want to wrath our board, they have to do it now. I'm not going to let them sit around. And it's okay to let them get rid of this. Like if they do, I can't see why they'd have to fix their mana, but if they do, they can't do it before they sack this. So, yep. The true not flying of Solana Ledgewalker, definitely an issue there. Deck keeps serving me lands, and yeah, I can't imagine We're in very good shape here. Oh, leave no trace, please. Well, our opponent doesn't seem to be finding anything either. So we got that going for us. Maybe they have a bunch of targeted removal in hand. Yeah, because they didn't have sideboard cards. Pretty reasonable excuse to do so. And yeah, a Standard Bearer is awful. We have one more answer to Standard Bearer in our deck. Ugh. So we will commit Utopia Sprawl on red. Pass the turn. Yeah, 18 in this deck, which I'm actually kind of used to seeing less in really aggressive decks. The only reason we'd ever need this much mana is if we were going to string together a bunch of like abundant growths and stuff. All right, opponents got artifacts to bounce with their birds. Is it bird time? Maybe they're just like flooding out terribly like we are. More Flaring Pains. Sure. All right, no Bogles. We only had one. We were all in on it. There was no way to play around Clan Shaman, though. I feel like that was just one land hexproof. I'm in. One land hexproof. Let's go. I have no idea why our opponent isn't casting anything. Thanks, deck. Appreciate the lands, bud. You're the best. Maybe they have a bunch. They're like sandbagging removal spells or something. I don't know. Bird is certainly the word. Bird is the word that will eventually administer approximately 24 damage to our face. And none of these enchantments get the first spot. Oh my god, deck, what? Deck, please. We had a shot there. We had a shot there, bud. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the RNG has been against us this match. Green White Lands is just like the new meta, basically. I think it's just at this point I'm cursed to not ever 5-0, so we're just going to keep getting super unlucky. It isn't a thing, but it would never win. It wouldn't never win. It would win every now and then. When your opponent doesn't draw the only leave no trace they probably have on their sideboard. Wow, Dak. You're such a bro. This is Bogles, though. I generally don't play decks like this. We can do it. I have 5-0'd with brews before, just not very often. I 5-0'd with more brews than I have established decks, I think, which says something. Nice. Well, we've got an answer for the Standard Bearer, gang. How about that? Yup. Gonna fish us for 2. We're not all the way out yet. What do we got? Bogle. Play a Bogle. Come on. Bogle. And Ancestral Mask. Do they have the Electricity in hand, I wonder? Opponent, come on. You're a jerk, opponent. Okay. Sure. Handful of hate cards, I bet. Pass. First Boggle in 13 turns. Nice. Did I cut creatures? Did I ever talk about how I cut creatures and it was going to come back to bite me? Because enter that moment when. Hey, look, a Standard Bearer. Watch. Okay. This is how we know. So I'm going to gut shot this Standard Bearer, and then our opponent's going to kill us with burn spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, a Nar. For the Nar. Oh my god. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Let's do it. We got a Boggle. Got a redraw. Seems good. No swamps. All right. The Green Mirror. Elves, eh? All right, who's faster? Me or the elves? Glade Cover Scout. Pass the turn. Yeah, so in fast decks, I will use Fragmentize. I kind of really like Fragmentize in certain decks. Not being able to kill their turn 1 elf, not ideal. Let's see how fast they go. Another 1-drop. Scattered more 1-drops. All right, they're not going that fast. This is interesting. I need... Okay, so if I'm going to Abundant Growth anyway, then I can put this on green pretty safely. So I'm going to Utopia Sprawl on green. And we will draw a card first. I don't know why that might be relevant. Maybe we'll find a Rancor or something. More Glade Cover Scouts. Okay, we're on the all Boggle draw today. But these Oran Arlids are going to be pretty huge and evasive. So I think next turn we're going to start running out Oran Arlids. And I wonder if they want to trade any of their precious elves with this Glade Cover Scout. They don't. What do you mean, opponent? These elves aren't doing anything over here. I guess these are effectively evasive now. Sundering Growth. Yeah, Disenchant, classic, but not always the most efficient. Ooh, Echoing Calm? Yeah. That's rad. Lizalana, that's not good. Playing around Oran Arlid fairly nicely. Especially where they have Birchlore on the battlefield, like they're going to get real out of hand here now. More Cloaks. Okay, so let's cast an Oran Arlid, and then next turn we'll start cloaking up this Gnarlid, and hopefully that will spell our opponent's demise before they can elf us out. But I think this draw might be a little bit too slow to challenge elves. I don't think one's worth it here. These might matter later. A Cop Green is like probably not this version anyway, because all it does is fall. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. It like chooses or something, doesn't it? Yeah, it is good because it doesn't target. You choose, so you can target hexproof creatures. You can use it against hexproof creatures, I guess is the appropriate terminology. All right, let's see if our opponent's last 2 cards matter. If one of them is either Lead the Stampede or Distant Melody, then we're in trouble. Here comes Lead the Stampede. Oh, okay, just another Lizalana. Well, I'm almost okay with that. 1 card in our opponent's hand. We're going to have an enormous, unblockable, life-linking Oran Arlid. Ancestral Mask, Ancestral Mask adds 4. This only adds 2. So 8, and then 9, 10, 11, 12. So I can deal 8 this turn and then 12 next turn. So I'm going to Ancestral Mask. We can win next turn, and I don't think they can kill us before that. So I'll Ancestral Mask the Oran Arlid, and then we'll Armadillo Cloak an Oran Arlid next turn, and that should probably mean that we win. Maybe they have Vines. Oh my god, if they have Vines. Kill me. Attack for 9. Enough blockers to pretty much ensure we'll be okay. Oh, yeah, no, that's a good point. So don't cast this for no reason. Our opponent's at 10 and dead next turn. Can they do it? I don't know what elves could do to kill us here. They don't have a way to give Vanguard trample. I guess they could allow it to potentially block Oran Arlid, but I don't really know. They'd have to. Oh god, come on. The only way to have a Vanguard big enough. They've done it. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana that can generate elf tokens. So they got lots of mana. Casting 5 won't do it for Vanguard. Yeah, Mr. Bauer, thank you very much. Thank you for taking some important time out of your critical 24 hours to come watch us boggle up. I appreciate it. How's your night going? They have 3 available on board without tapping Vanguard. Yeah. 1, 2, right? 3. Yeah. All right, here they come. Yep, this Vanguard is going to get pretty huge pretty quick. This pumps for 4, so we're going to be swinging for 13. They have to get this up as high as 13. Which is 2, 4... So they have to cast 3 more elves? And it looks like they are going to be capable of doing so. Unfortunately. So I think, like, Utopia Sprawl still gets us out of this. Or just any, like, anything that pumps more than Armadillo Cloak. But I don't... Another Ancestral Mask, I guess. Ethereal Armor. There's quite a few things that help us out here. Yeah, they need a lot of power. Oh, it's only higher. Right. No, it can be equal to as well. So they're going to have power equal to Aura Narlids pretty shortly. Bummer. Ah, elves. Elves, elves, elves. Elves, 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 elves. I think it'll have to be like Ancestral Mask off the top. Yep. More Well-Wishers. Right? Oh, it'll be a 14-14. Right. Now their Vanguard is a 15-15. No Quirion Rangers to untap it or anything fancy like that. Abundant Growth, that gives it +3/+3 up to 12, and we'd have to draw into another aura to get us there. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 plus, so it would be 14. Can't attack through this. We kind of have to go for the win, right? Like, is it worth just casting Abundant Growth here, trying to hit another aura? Do you guys think? Do you guys think it's worth it? It's kind of sketchy. You guys think it's worth it? We would have to top deck a 1 mana aura. A 1 or 2 mana. I don't think we have any 2 mana auras. What do you guys think? Growth for aura or land. True. We could find a forest. You're right. All right, let's go for it. So we're going to tap this for white mana, just in case we find... maybe we should tap for green. Tap for green, and then we'd use green, we can play this, and then we can make our white mana with that. So let's tap for green. Abundant Growth. Come on. Get there. Ooh. Tap this for white. Armadillo Cloak the Gnarlid. And that should do it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Sorry for your internet connection. I don't think they can block it. There's no way they can block it, right? Let's go to combat. Attack with a 17-17 that they can't block. Did we get there? Did we do it? Well-Wisher can't gain life. We got it. Sweet. Risked it. Clutched the biscuit. You would have just cloaked from the get-go? Well then. Okay, so... Is this the Gutshot matchup? This is definitely a Cartouche matchup, because if we kill the elves that matter, then they can't do anything. This is Standard Bearer as well. What the frig? So Standard Bearer... Cartouche is what I'm thinking here. Gutshots maybe, but probably not. Because I think this only kills like Well-Wisher. That really matters. I guess like a bunch of Well-Wishers matter, but we'll have Cartouches. Standard Bearer, like we're fast. So what we're really worried about is... it's for Quirion Ranger, Timberwatch Elf. That's it. Quirion Ranger and Timberwatch Elf. Them having Vigilance is relevant too. I think Standard Bearer is worth it. But we do want to keep Cartouche. Hyena Umbra isn't going to matter. Orin Arlid obviously matters. Solana Ledgewalker probably won't. And you think Gutshot over Standard Bearer? I think, what does Gutshot hit, though? Gutshot, the only thing Gutshot hits that we care about is Well-Wisher. Yeah, I guess it does. It does help get them out from a quick start. But if we're spending our time like, again, it costs no mana. That's true. It's also a pretty decent tempo play. I feel like Standard Bearer is really good in this matchup too, though. I think Timberwatch Elf is one of the only things we die to. Glade covers over Ledgewalkers? Oh, yeah, good idea. I'm really not afraid of them going wide, though. Like, if they spend all their time playing a bunch of 1/1s, then we just kill them. The only thing this kills is Well-Wisher. The only thing I'm worried about is Well-Wisher. Really. I don't actually think I want Gutshot here. At best, it's like a tempo play. And killing like one Priest of Titania isn't going to do it. One Quirion Ranger, but then we have Standard Bearer for that. I really do think it's Standard Bearer, guys. It does seem good, but I don't think it's as good as Standard Bearer, and I don't want to cut any more Bogles or slow ourselves down at all. Oh my god, this is sketchy. It's got an Orin Arlid and a bunch of Rankers and a Standard Bearer, so I think I actually am going to keep this. Thank you very much. Hopefully I snag the 4-1. I would very much like that. We're already in match 4. It's still pretty early. All right, Giacomo. What do you got? Llanowar Elf. Now I'm like never going to draw a white source, and you guys are going to be like, see how bad Standard Bearer is? We make a plant token and pass turn. Utopia Sprawl would be a pretty good draw next turn. I'll take a Sprawl. Would love a Sprawl. Or just any 1-drop, really. Yep. Opponent down to 3 cards in hand. And Quirion Ranger. Ancestral Mask, okay. Yeah, that's a really good idea, actually. So let's hope they don't have Gutshot here. They might. If they do, then if I was them, I would Gutshot here just to get rid of a Ranker. Turns out they do not. I like that play too. Ranker up the plant token, swing for 4. Combat. Swing for 4 with a plant token. Let's see if we don't get there, guys. Opponent not blocking the plant. Not respecting the plant at all. Ancestral Mask up a plant token. More priests, so a bunch of mana that doesn't matter. A Well-Wisher, that does matter. So now I do wish I had a Gutshot. But I guess we're just going to have to try to go faster. I guess we're just going to play Orin Arlids and a bunch of Ancestral Masks. I'm not going all in on a plant token. It doesn't have evasion for when that matters. And besides, like, getting more creatures on board is just win-win. So opponent only has 1 card in hand. They're going to be gaining 5 a turn, but hopefully Orin Arlids plus Ancestral Masks are just enough. I will... Oh, man, I wonder if I run out another Orin Arlid next turn. I guess so. 2 cards in my opponent's hand, infinite mana, good amount of life gain. We're definitely seeing the draw that I wish I had Gutshot for. If this was a Gutshot, I'd be in much better shape, I admit. Lizalana, not super happy to see that. Especially with this. 1 card in my opponent's hand. No Lead the Stampede. 1 time. No Lead the Stampede. Don't do it. They don't have Virtual Rangers, so they can't do that. I guess they can gain a bunch of life, but like just having this much stuff, like doing this much damage every turn is just wicked. Okay, so I'm just going to attack here, and then if they block the plant token... I don't think they can kill it. Honestly, I think I just put a bunch of Ancestral Masks on this Orin Arlid and just get in. Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep masking up Gnarlids, and then hopefully that's enough to do my opponent in. Go to combat. Swing for 13. Evasive damage. Mask it up. Mask it up. Opponent going to gain some life and probably trade with this plant token. At which point, I think 2 rankers on this actually represents more damage. If they kill the plant token. Mask it up. Yes, opponent, I understand. You can untap your Well-Wisher. You have demonstrated the untapping. No blocks, down to 17. So they are netting positive life here, but I don't think for very long. Fintorn Elves, doesn't really matter. I guess it does gain them more life in the long run. I think they're sitting on a Distant Melody, which is bad news for me. Pretty bad news for me. I wouldn't mind getting a Standard Bearer down, so they can't Well-Wisher twice. Oh my god, I can't believe how bad I'm getting burned over not over not having Gutshot for the one card that I care about with Gutshot. They're on the Well-Wisher draw as opposed to the Timberwatch draw. That's interesting. I still think the correct play is additional Ancestral Masks on this Aura Gnarlid, though. And I'm attacking for 18 evasive damage every turn. They can gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They can gain 9. So they're still on a pretty good clock here. We are at 14. That's something that I have to be aware of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They can only attack me for 10. And can I kill them next turn? I don't think I can kill them next turn. I think I might actually want to block with this plant token and then just play 3 rankers on this Aura Gnarlid. Yep. Yes, opponent. Gain some life. Up to 25. Down to... Okay. Gonna bounce a million forests. Gain some more life. You got it, opponent. Opponent is hoping, wishing, and welling. Down to 15. They stand to gain a bit more life off this Well-Wisher still. The priests don't really matter, so they can kind of fear... Oh my god, more Quirion Rangers. That's irritating. I still don't think 3 rankers on the Aura Gnarlid does it. And they can attack with 1/1s pretty fearlessly to trade with this plant token. It is time to trade. Ooh, they don't want to trade. Okay. Sure. Armadillo Cloak. Okay. So opponent can gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They can gain 20 life. Up to 35. I actually think I am going to play another Aura Gnarlid here. And I'm going to attack with this Aura Gnarlid for 18. And then next turn, hopefully I draw just another Aura, or they allow me to block with this plant token. Up to 25. Going to bounce a land. 1 card in my opponent's hand. Not into the opponent's line there. Gaining a million life. I would have bounced both forests, I think, if I were them too. I guess they still can. Because they have a Jillion mana. Yeah. Wow, Standard Bearer would be pretty rad here. If I could just heckin' draw a white source, but can't draw a white source. It is helping us stay alive longer, and eventually we'll just have like an insurmountable board. Or we'll be attacking for like a Jillion. Get a couple of these bad boys down. What are you thinking, opponent? Can only untap this Well-Wisher once. 10 green mana. I think we get some pretty good blocks here, though. And I think if the plant dies, we're in alright shape. Right? Because we can put them on the Aura Gnarlid. Yeah, I think so. They can only do it twice, which I mean it's something, but it's, you know, Rancor represents a lot more damage. They could have fogs too. That's a definite consideration. So maybe I don't even block with the plant token here. I'm not really sure. Casual 10 mana dorks. Boom, boom. Bunch of mana for our opponent. Taking their time. Oh, okay. Tranquility, sure. I'll take 3. What's up, Val? How you doing? I'm just out here getting Shrek'd. Oh, they just top decked it too. Opponent not even trying out here. So we'll Rancor up a bunch of stuff, but I don't think it's really going to matter. We're at 11. They can attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 next turn. So I'll have to chump Lizalana with the plant token. We're only getting in. They can gain another 10. 1, 2. I just counted these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. So they can gain another 20 here. Up to 40. I think we're just dead. But whoa, Lenski. Len Kenzie. That is so far below the belt. Well, I'd never. Okay, guys, I agree that in this match, or in this game, Gutshot would have been a heck of a lot better than Standard Bearer. But a Standard Bearer would have helped a lot. I think we still would have won with Standard Bearer. We should draw white mana right now. So we gotta chump the Lizalana here to survive, and yeah, opponent drew the Tranquility and wrecked us. Shrek'd hard, man. I don't really know what they could be playing around. I'm 100% bringing Gutshot in. I don't even know what matters more. Armadillo Cloak probably wouldn't have mattered this game. So we'll block like this. Go to 5. Draw Colony Garden, and we can block 2, but they can still do many, many more damages than 5. Thank you very much for the bits, Mr. Red. Glad you can finally catch a stream. No worries. Thanks for coming in. I guess Gutshot in this game was the ticket. Yeah, I guess you guys are right. So we're gonna scoop for now, and I'll bring him in. I was proven wrong by the single Well-Wisher, but I think Standard Bearers are still good. I don't think Standard Bearers are bad by any means. We were not winning that. Yeah, the stream wasn't over. No, man, I think Standard Bearers are really good, and we're on the play here. Okay. All right, guys, let's do it. Let's see what happens. I'll take the Standard Bearers out. We'll keep in the Gutshots, and we'll see what happens. The ultimate test. Because I don't know what else I'd take out for them. All right, we got the Gutshot. We have a Solana Ledgewalker, and we have some auras for eventually casting when we draw white mana. So let's pass. We can't rely on having white mana. Well, we better find some white mana here. I'm not going to Gutshot that. That doesn't matter. Opponent's going to be on all, like, on all Timberwatch Elves this game. And Quirion Rangers. You watch. Let's find out. I guess it would be worth it to kill a Vanguard early, too, depending on what their draw looks like, but I don't even know if this matters eventually. Opponent down to 4 cards in hand. We got no... If this gets too big, we have no chance of winning. But I think I have to kill a Well-Wisher with this. This is tough. I kind of think we have to. I don't mind that play at all. That's like the worst thing that can happen. Yeah. All right, guys. I trusted you on the gut shots. Came through right now. Let's hope it continues to come through for the remainder of the match. I'm telling you, there's going to be a Timberwatch elf, and I'm just going to tilt into oblivion. There's a Utopia Sprawl. Well, that's good to find some white mana. So Utopia Sprawl this up on white. And we will cartouche up Solana Ledgewalker. You will have an extra nerdy search history. Your Google recommendations are going to be all over the place. We'll attack with Solana Ledgewalker. This is making me think I almost maybe just should have cut a couple of hexproof creatures for standard bearers. I think that's probably what was supposed to happen. I think maybe like a slippery boggle or two. All right. Show me. All right, just mana. That doesn't really matter super much. God. Why? Okay, so throwing some sassy terms just to like see what will happen. So I think Oran Arlid represents more damage as time goes on. So I'm going to play Oran Arlid now so that we can start clocking with it next turn. I'm going to go to combat, attack with everything. Pass the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I think they're on 60. They're on 60 cards. I'm kind of upset for killing that Vanguard. I feel like we could have eventually killed it. Oh my god, they have Quirion Ranger too? Come on, man. Come on, Gutshot. You can do it, bud. Yep. Well-Wisher will trigger. Tap some more mana. Oh, I don't want to go 2 and 2, guys. I don't want to go to 2 and 2 here. And totally not fall asleep. Well, no pressure. No pressure at all. You do you. Let's see what happens. Not a thing. Abundant growth. Okay, let's grow abundantly. See if we draw anything that means anything. But we're almost definitely going to be playing Armadillo Cloak. Thank you very much for the follow, Tom Jabest. You're Jabest, Tom. And we're not going to play any Glade Cover Scouts because Glade Cover Scout things. So I think we're going to Armadillo Cloak up. I don't know that going wide really matters here. I think I'm going to Armadillo Cloak up the Oran Arlid, though, because while it can be targeted by stuff, it's just more evasive than Solana Ledgewalker. It's possible that they have some kind of... they might have the whatchamacallit. You know what I mean? The stuff. The Spider Silk Armor. Linkenzie, you meant me? Oh, am I running 62 cards? I don't think so. Am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, I'm at 60. I'm all right. And we sneak in for some damage. Opponent's up to 28, gaining a fair amount of life every turn. Oh, true, though. Cool. Yeah. It's weird, though. Is that actually right? Because confirm Spider Silk Armor is Jazz Hands. Because it says like they can block as though they had flying, right? But they don't have flying, so Spider Silk Armor doesn't matter. Well, regardless, I'm happy Oran Arlid has the Armadillo Cloak. Birchlore Rangers, incoming Distant Melody gang. Here come that melody. Every time Elves players play Distant Melody, I imagine them playing Through the Fire and the Flames. Everybody who beat Through the Fire and the Flames on... Oh, I'm sorry. Everyone who beat Through the Fire and the Flames on Expert and Guitar Hero 3, put your hand up. Yeah, Well-Wisher's kicking my butt. Tranquility equally kicking my butt. Oh, God. Yeet. I I don't think we want to play this because it gains more life off Well-Wisher and it's not really relevant. We got combat. We'll attack with Solana Ledgewalker because it might matter later. Only actual flying. Okay, well, noted for sure. Opponent gonna gain a jillion life. Yeah, guys, they had the hatefulest cards, and we drew bad. No attacks from our opponent. You got it. Me neither, opponent. Yeah. I know it's silly, but 1 damage can matter later. I have killed Elves players from far greater life totals than this, although they are approaching critical Elf life total here. No, Tranquility has not made me feel tranquil. Yeah, exactly. Bless. Go to combat. Attack with Ledgewalker. Come on, no vines. Here comes, guys. Vines of the Vastwood. Y'all ready? Here comes Vines of the Vastwood. Rub-ins. Rub-in percent. We're getting there. Yep. Well-Wisher. Down. Opponent. They're at 62. Can we do this? I think Solana, or I think Well-Wisher is just really good against us. We don't have any more gut shots, so if they resolve another Well-Wisher, then we're pretty much dead. Nothing from our opponent. Conley Garden. Doesn't do anything. Good. Good. Just 68 more turns, gang. Hang in there. Is in the bin. Yeah, potentially is. They're at 67, actually. And soon to find an elf that matters, I'm sure. I can't imagine what they're sandbagging, considering, but I'm okay casting Solana Ledgewalkers because they at the very least get in for damage. Oh, I can't wait to put a few more enchantments on Aura Arlid. Maybe our opponent just has a handful of hate. I feel like that's a Rage Against the Machine lyric. Just this once? Untap white mana somehow? I don't know why they're just like repeatedly passing. Yep. Attack for 2. This is nice. That's what I'm saying, Does a Storm. This isn't too bad. Oh, they might be flooding out as well. Lizalana, that's trouble. Regardless. 32 turns to go. All right, so we're going to 1, 2, 3, Cartouche of Strength. Nope, we shouldn't Cartouche of Strength first. So let's Ethereal Armor up the Aura-Arlid. And we will also Cartouche of Strength the Aura-Arlid to kill this Lizalana. We might have it, guys. We might have it. This is the only card that matters right now, so I'm killing it. No. If they can kill us very soon. Our life total isn't that high. Yes. So we'll kill that. We have 7 power. I'm going to attack with these guys as well. I don't think we're at fear of dying. It could have been correct to sandbag the Cartouche, actually, if they maybe find another Well-Wisher or Timberwatch Elf or something. I think that elf matters. If they hit like one of those huge draw spells, they can just like explode onto the board and we die the next turn. I think it matters about as much as getting Cloak down. Come on, kill them from 55. Here comes Distant Melody. Beauty. Okay. Percent chance that our opponent finds an elf that matters? Pretty high. Oh, I don't know. I don't think it did there. Maybe it was supposed to. Our opponent has like infinite mana too, so they're gonna be all right. They're gonna explode here. Vanguard, yep, pretty good blocker for old Gnarls here. Old Gnarls Aura. So that's it. You don't draw your white mana for 100 turns. Your opponent eventually finds an Elvish Vanguard. Cast a Distant Melody, you lose. We might not be all the way dead yet, though. Hashtag not all the way dead yet. That's what I was thinking. Like, oh, there's Timberwatch Elf anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We can't kill them from 55 here, so... Yeah, I think we were dead either way. But... it's the thought that counts, right? Solana would make this melody a whole lot worse. Yeah, Solana Ledgewalker chiming in with a Distant Melody. Oh, Lizalana. Yeah, it would make it a lot worse. A heck of a lot worse. And it would also make this Elvish Vanguard just beyond enormous, and it would just start abyssing us, and then we would die. Shouts out to our opponent. Okay, so I don't know. I think variance might have got us there. How would we have won if they had Lizalana on board? Armadillo Cloak on Orinarlid, kill the Timberwatch Elf. They'd have Vanguard to block. I guess unless we killed Vanguard. Maybe they'll cast another Distant Melody and deck. Are a sect of the hierarchy of the Mournsound tribe of Lorwyn Elves. Huh. The Mourn Song. Well, this is definitely a mournful song right here. Opponent, you should cast another Distant Melody and deck yourself. That'd be sick. I'm gonna let them do this. Like, why not? Let them do their cool elf thing. Cast another Distant Melody, dude. Oh, do it. Sounds good. Opponent's at exactly 420 as of Gray Synapse. Calling the timeout plan legit. Oh, they have Ulamog's Crusher as well. That's spicy. Yeah, actually, Deluxekoff has a Death Touch Pinger deck, which is super cool. You should check it out. If you guys don't know who PauperGanda is, hit him up on YouTube. PauperGanda, pretty rad YouTube channel. They're a good time. You should hit him up. Oh, opponent. What do you mean? What do you mean? Make some attacks. Make some attacks. I won't be blocking this turn. Yep. Futility increasing. I wonder if we can get this up above 11. We got him, gang. Opponent discard and hand size. Got there. Utopia Sprawl. Mazel. I just want to attack past this guy once. I can't even. Bummer. Oh, no, I can. Yeah, nice. But we're dead to double... Where is he? I don't know. Double Timberwatch triggers, wherever the heck that is. So, yeah. That was interesting, huh, gang? Alright. Good job, elves. Bunch of tap lands, not super swell, but I'm okay with leading on Blossoming Sands here, and then seeing what next turn brings. If we draw untapped Blossoming Sands because we draw untapped Green Source, we can go Glade Cover Scout Cartouche right away. Even if our opponent is on a black deck, we might be able to save ourselves. Okay. So, Colony Garden and Glade Cover Scout to protect from the edicts. And next turn, I think I'm going to go Abundant Growth Ethereal Armor. I think that's the same amount of damage. So +1, +2, +2. And then we can Cartouche eventually. All right, let's pass the turn. Oh, that's cool, man. Thanks for dropping in. Could be on anything. Jeskai familiars, Esper familiars, blue-white familiars. The possibilities are endless. You know what, though? I think I do have to Cartouche of Solidarity this turn because there's a chance that our opponent might have, like, double Edict effect. So let's Abundant Growth here, kind of awkwardly on Colony Garden, but we can already produce both of our colors of mana with... Ooh, okay. That doesn't really change anything, I guess. Alright, so we'll still play our land for turn, and I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to Cartouche of Solidarity up. Glade Cover Scout, they shouldn't have a way to deal with this. They're going to need multiple edicts to get around it. Me too, man. I think Helutech. So when Helutech was streaming a while back, I think right around the Nummy the Nummy host, I'm pretty sure Helutech was on Skyfishers in their deck for a little while. I think they tested that version. Our opponent could also have like a Pestilence or something, which is kind of trouble, or Crypt Rats. Oubliette on Warrior Token. Sure. Alright, so we'll play a land. We have, yeah, so I think it's just pretty obvious here. We're going to go white mana, Ethereal Armor, try to fade 2 Edict effects, and Ancestral Mask, Glade Cover Scout. Here comes Double Edict. 100% Double Edict incoming. Because that's where my life is today. And you know what? I'm ready. I was the one that brought the Bogles, you know? It was me. Oh my god, it's gonna happen. Don't. No! No! Whatever, man. Whatever. Oh, for... Yep. Alright. Sure. Armadillo Cloak up the Ledgewalker. Does opponent have further edicts? Opponents are so hateful tonight. So hateful of the Boggy Boys. Of the the old Boogerdukes. That's my friend's dad used to call me when I was a kid, Boogerduke. You guys like that? Man, that was some old school tech right there. Alright, just showing me that you're a Monarch player. Pretty rad. There's no way that we could lose here, right? I'm not, like, there's no give a creature reach or anything. I think so. So let's just attack with Solana Ledgewalker. I don't want to risk anything. I think we win. Imagine. Instant speed, gain 3. Kill me, please. Alright, we got him. Mono black control. Young Wolves come in. Orin Arlid's probably worse against this deck. And I think that's it. I don't really have, like, Relic is fine to control anglers, but if we're spending all of our time getting rid of our opponent's anglers, we're probably not in good shape. I don't see any reason to have Orin Arlids at all. Cartouche of Strength is probably fine. Well, no, still not great. Maybe I would rather have one more creature to eat up edicts. I guess Standard Bearer takes some heat off of our Bogles, but it doesn't actually. Because I read cards and know what Hexproof does and stuff. Crewfix's Insight, maybe? I don't know. I like this card a lot, but... Do you think we just bring in more creatures in general? Nah. I'm conditioned to just never remove Oubliette. I guess they could have like a Cartouche, like the life gain Cartouche. That could be a problem. But I think that's a little too next level. And this doesn't deal with Pestilence either, does it? No. I think that's what it is. I think it's 2 Young Wolves, down an Orin Arlid, and down a Cartouche of Strength. Yeah, I think so too. Now they have edicts and sweepers. You right, though. You right, though. In the end, they're just a creature mid-range deck. We just gotta go fast. You Moefo! Nice troll faces. I like those. Yeah. Opponent's gonna be on infinite removal. I guess Hyena Umbra is actually pretty good against Rats. Here it comes, guys. Here comes the plague. Shouts out to my opponents drawing all the hate tonight. I appreciate it. Shouts out to my deck shipping me tons of lands when I didn't need them. All right, cool. Turn 1 Young Wolf. I can live with that. I'll keep this. We'll never draw white mana. It'll be a larf. I'll laugh. My opponent will laugh. My slippery booger will laugh. A good time will be had by all. I mean, maybe I just go Colony Garden turn 1 now. Young Wolf turn 1. Faux shiz. I'm going to keep. We got sideboard cards. We got Edict fodder. We got mismatched lands. What more could you ask for? Not too bad, though. It's good to hear. Very, very good to hear. Yeet. Utopia Sprawl. Well, I'm going to do that right away. I've heard that you are supposed to Utopia Sprawl. Well, Utopia Sprawl on white, because we can't produce any white mana, although I would like to cast more green spells next turn, but I'll probably go Slippery Boggle, or Young Wolf, Slippery Boggle, Hyena Umbra on Boggle. Or maybe it's time to play the tap land. No, this is better than a Colony Garden token. Ooh, okay. Play land. Play Young Wolf. Yep, gotta play around that. You're right. Gotta play around that that Crypt Rats X1 like. And Slippery Boggle. I'm aware. You can't sack Hyena Umbra to Edicts. You know what does help against Edicts, though? Young Wolf up in here. Young Wolf up in this house. A little awkward to be on the creature draw against mono black control, of course, but I don't know, man. It's Bogles. What am I supposed to do? Chitters. I'm chittering in my boots here. We can still attack with this. Combat. Swing with the Slippery Boggle. 4-2. Oh, yeah, no. This gameplay loop isn't super engaging. Would not reprint on several sets. Man, I'm starting to think this is a little dangerous because yield until next end step is right below the turn off auto yields that I always nervously click. Like, that could be an issue. Play Colony Garden. And I don't even know if we want to overcommit here. Maybe we don't. Because they could have Pestilence, and that's kind of a huge issue. We have 4 mana now. We're good against Edicts. I think I'm good. I don't think they're going to be on Divest. Hopefully they don't have, like, Distress or something. Yeah, that's true, too. But I can attack through the first Chittering Rats. We'll see what goes on here. Our opponent didn't show us any sweepers last game either, though. I think that's one of the best ways we could lose this game is to play into sweepers, though. Don't see why you wouldn't attack with Chittering Rats. They have Edict plus Evankars in hand. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Probably, yeah. Sorry. I think it's pretty late. Okay. Phyrexian Rager. Okay, so our opponent not showing us any signs of wrathing, so I think it is time for us to commit our creatures. Ooh, okay. Mask up our boy. And play a Slippery Boggle. And attack for 6. Alright, guys, we can do this. We can do this. No sweepers. No sweepers to stop us. Wide board. Wide board, happy life. We can do this. We can win this. Let's go positive. Slappery Booger. Booger Boy. Booger Duke. Getting bogged by the bogs. Lols. Bog lols. Man, Huang, oh, I haven't said Boggle in any funny different ways tonight. I'm really letting you down. Come on, Ranker. No, the sweepers are a lot less relevant now. Yeah, we'll just attack with a 6/6 first strike boy. Should we threaten lethal? I don't think attacking with a bunch of creatures is a good idea. But I do think getting wide is becoming relevant now. Dead Phyrexian Rager. So I am going to run out Solana Ledgewalker, but I'm going to sandbag Gladecover Scout. Pass a turn. Come on, evasion. Come on, trample. Anything. Slithering Pogle. Sprigadier. All of our opponents' Sign in Blood's very inspiring of having committed my whole hand to the board. Chitters. Okay. You got it. Gladecover Scout going back on. And opponent passes. Trample is like massive here. Just the Gladecover's got to put on top. Right. All right. Well, they've shown us that going wide is the way that we've got to do it. So why do we go? Try to set up a lethal attack sooner than later. Continue to abyss the boys. Man, I'm going to be so pissed. They're going to, oh, excuse me. Sorry, YouTube. I'm going to be so peeved that they're definitely going to like Cryptrat's X1 Chainer's Edict. Gary, that's still kind of crap. Slithering Poggle. Pogle Poogle. Poogs Magoogs, man. Good old Poogs Magoogs. Combat. Swing. I forgot to lisp. Pething Needle. So my roommate watches Mike Tyson Mysteries. Shouts out to Mike Tyson Mysteries. Don't demonetize me. That show is so hilarious. Like, especially just hearing like random bits of it coming in every now and then. We got this, guys. We got this through all kinds of hate. We really do. Like, we got this against all the hate. Come on. Come on with the positive record. No blowouts. Does that matter? Oh, it matters. We're at 6. Oh, it's never the first Gary that kills you guys. Well, they probably have another Gary in hand, so let's let's just yep. I guess get their devotion to black away down a little bit. Here comes, guys. Third Gary FT dubs here. No way around it. Oh, crap. You're right, though. I'm okay with having blockers through what they're doing, but because we are only at 6, we're going to have to block a bit next turn. I probably should have... Yeah, I could feel that. I can feel maybe attacking with the Ledgewalker was the correct move. But they're on a 1-turn clock. Like, they really have to Gary us now. I mean, if they have the other Gary, they've got the other Gary. What can you do? So, opponent, about your boy, Gary. Don't, please don't. Please don't. Opponent, slow rolling the Gary for the Boggle boys. They've got it. They 100% got it. There's no way they would do this if they didn't. Cryptrats. Okay, no, that's not it. That's not it. Cryptrats X3 lets these two survive. Oh my god, and then they attack with 2 Garys and we die. Oh no, we don't. Okay. Young Wolf. We'll get Young Wolf. We're alright, gang. We're alright. Oh no, they just do it X1. Oh no, and then I guess if they let it go, then... Are we dead here? Cryptrats X1. Big wipe. We're at 5. We're at 4. 3. What'll this be? 3/3? Okay. Let the Boggle go. Young Wolf comes back. We can block. They can only hit us for 3. They can't activate Kuumbaj Witches. I think we won. Like, just. Right, they would have killed themselves. Correct. Opponent goes to attacks. There's no way we're dead here, right? They have 1, 2, 3 damage on board. Opponent, just let me go positive, man. Like, is it really that big of a deal? You're playing mono black control. Taking my hands off of the instruments. You're right. They would have killed themselves with Cryptrats X3. God, that was way too close for comfort, though. Okay. Go to blocks. Block. We're going to take 3 here, down to 1. And we got him. Gut shot? Imagine. Go to combat. Attack for 3. There it is.